Hello, my friends. My name is Amanda with Amanda Panda Projects, and today we have an adorable Dollar Tree XOXO Treat Bag banner. Treat bag banner. That's a mouthful. I made one of these last year with a different treat bag, and it was a different banner. And this year, I'm using the XOXO red treat bag and making a little bit of a different one that is a little bit shorter. So I just took my black and white sparkly scrapbook paper, and then I traced out 3 hearts. This was a heart garland from, I believe, Walmart, but it's just wooden hearts. You can use any wooden hearts. And I traced them onto my black and white paper, and then I cut that out. This paper is a beast because it gets sparkles everywhere, and you have to be careful because it even like ruins the white part of it. So I had to be really careful. And then I just Mod Podged the scrapbook paper right to the wooden hearts. Did all 3. So normally I like pink with my Valentines, but when I do like red, I have to have a leopard. So I do like red with Valentine's as long as it has leopard. Otherwise, I really like pink. And also I like bright colored conversation heart as well. But this one, we're going for the red, black and white, and leopard vibe. So once I Mod Podged all 3 of those hearts, I just sanded all the edges really good. And then I prepared the treat bags. So all I did was take out like the red thing that closes it. So I took those out of all 3 of them. And then it like hung out over a little extra over the side of the bag. So I just kind of snipped that off. And I took some Leopard Print ribbon and I just hot glued that to the top. I had just enough ribbon to cover the top of these 3 treat bags. So I had to be really careful. I would have maybe went all the way around, but I just put a little tiny extra overlap to wrap around the back. And then that last piece I had there, I cut in half to make sure that I had enough to cover both. So as you'll see when I do this one, I put it on the front, and then when I flip it over, I have barely any to wrap it around, but it was enough. It worked. It worked. It looked good, and all is good in the world. All is good in the crafting world. So got all 3 of those done, and now I'm going to see, you could tell 2 of them have more black on it, and then the middle one has more white, so I wanted to make sure that that one was in the middle. And I just hot glued all 3 of those to all 3 treat bags. And then I wanted to give it like a little something. I was like, it could stay like this. It could. But I had these little miniature teeny weeny hearts. They're like less than an inch, probably a half an inch. Those are also from Dollar Tree. So I decided to paint those red. I think I painted like 8 of them all together. And I glued 1 to the center of each of the hearts. And I just think that looks so cute. And then you'll see, so I get a piece of twine. I didn't measure it, you guys. I just used a huge chunk of twine. I hot glued the treat bags to the very top. So I just put a line of glue at the top and then hot glued the twine to the treat bags. And then I'm going to take those little hearts and I'm actually going to put them in between on the twine just to give it a little something extra. You'll see that I do that next. So once I get all 3 here glued, I flip it over. It's starting to look cute. And then I just take that little itty bitty heart and then I glue it right in between. So I glue it in between each bag, and then I also glued 1 on each end. So there's that one. And then I glue 1 on the far end. And there we go. See, every little thing you add, you guys, it gets cuter, and you could stop at any point along the way. Right now, it would seriously be cute. But I wanted to add some fabric in between. So I had 1 random piece of leopard print. So I just tied that on to see if the length was good. And then once I realized that the length was perfect, I went and I ripped a bunch of black and white striped fabric. Then I untied this one because I wanted to cut them all the exact same length. So it's kind of hard to tell what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just lining them all up with the same one and cutting them so that they're all the exact same length. And then I just do the exact same thing with the leopard print. Okay, so here's where it gets a little tricky. So I tied them on. Remember I said I did a banner last year, and this is how I tied the fabric on. I did it in just like regular knots like this, and I like that. I think it looks cool. It looks fun and funky. So here on the second one now, I'm doing it more like neat, where you fold the fabric in half and you make the loop and you pull it in. So it's more like, it's more neat and neat, I guess. And then I could not decide which way I wanted to do it. I was like, do I want to do it the fun and funky way or the neat way? I ultimately decided to do it the neater way. So I slowed down the video here for you so you can see exactly how I decided to tie these on. You just fold the fabric in half, So it makes a loop at the top. You put it behind the twine, and then you take the ends of the fabric and pull it through that loop and then just pull tight. This is just how we did the swag banner for the challenge. So if you did the craft challenge, this is exactly the same way that we did it, but these pieces of fabric are much smaller, much shorter. So that's what I just did. And then I just did a pattern. I did 2 leopard print, 2 black and white in between each treat bag. But I wanted to give it a little something here. So I took that gold twine that I have left over, also from the craft challenge, and I decided to put just one of each in between. So you can't even tell that I'm cutting it here because you can barely see it, but I just cut 6 strips and I just tied it in a knot because it was too hard to loop because it's like really thick and like sticks together. And so I just tied one in between each set of fabric. And that is it, you guys. It's hard to see, but it looks really pretty in person. The gold tulle looks amazing with the leopard print. It looks so good. I absolutely love how this turned out. I just have it hanging on my entertainment center right now. The lighting was not the greatest, but I just wanted to get this video out there to you. Let me know what you think of this. I would love it if you would share this video out there. Leave me a comment, hearts, all the things. And I hope you have a fabulous day.